Bones here. Today's video will be my final update to the Phantom Knights deck post-Chaos Origins, as the reveal of Shamanite Shamanknight has done a lot for it. If you've watched the shorts, I'll leave a timestamp for the third combo. If you want to hear my thoughts on the deck or just see the list, I'll leave a timestamp for that as well. We're going to start here by special summoning out our Doomsalary because we control no monsters. Use its effect on summon to get the Umbrage Veil, then activate the Umbrage Veil and special summon it. We'll then be able to go into our Scythe. Now, instead of going into the Keru, it's better to go into the Scythe here because we started with Solare, meaning that we wouldn't have enough ammunition in the graveyard to make going for Keru worth it, but we're now going to special summon out our Decayed Cloak, use the effect of Decayed Cloak in order to search our boots, special summon out the boots, go into our Cherubini, then we can use the effect of Cherubini in order to raise its attack, but also sending the Torn Scales as cost, as we're now going to activate the boots, get ourselves the wings, and if you're playing around potential hand traps, it's better to get the Fog Blade here, but I will alternate through both searches in this video, as we're now going to be able to bring back our Torn Scales, use the effect of Torn Scales, chain the wing because we sent it as cost in order to revive our Decayed Cloak, and now we can use the effect of Solare in order to change our Decayed Cloak and Torn Scales to level 4. Then we can make Rebellion, grab our Requiem off of the Scythe, use the Scythe in order to bring back the boots and go into our Exceed Requiem. Now we can go into Rusty, get our launch as well as send away Gloves, as we'll then activate the Cloak in order to get Greaves, send away the Fog Blade off of Gloves, use the Fog Blade to bring back boots, special summon the Greaves, and then we can go into our Shamanite Shamanknight. Shamanite reads 2+ level 3 monsters. If this card is Exceed summoned or a trap card you own is banished, you can target one of your banished traps, attach it to this card. You can detach any number of materials from this card, then target one dark monster in your graveyard or banishment with a level equal to the number detached. Special summon it. You can only use each effect of Shamanite once per turn. So not only does it get your Phantom Knight trap back, but it has the ability to get your monsters back as well. Huge for the resource game, but we're now going to special summon back out the Cloak. Use the effect of Cloak in order to boost the Rusty, then link away into our IP or SP, and on our opponent's turn, we can go into our Carmail or you can go into the Ophion, depending on what you want to do. Once you detach the Torn Scales off of Requiem, you'll also have the ability to bring back the Torn Scales alongside another Phantom Knights that you target off of Fogblade, Umbrage Veil, in order to make an Exceed for another Shamanite. And if you special summon this in another zone, you can also dictate when you get the pop, so you don't even need to special summon out the Ophion here for the pop. You can do it through your graveyard once you use this, and it's also important to note that once you use the Requiem, you'll be able to bring back Scythe, which is a material for IP. For this next combo, we'll be starting with the normal summon of Decayed Cloak, and we're going to use its effect in order to search the boots. Now, because we have the ammo in the graveyard, better to go into Keru, send away the Torn Scales, use the effect of Gloves, get ourselves the wings or Fog Blade, then we'll special summon back out the Scales, use the Scales, chain the wings as we sent it for cost, as we'll then be able to bring back our Cloak, use the effect of the Scythe, special summon out the copy of Solare, use the effect of Solare in order to get our Umbrage Veil, then we can go into Rusty, activate the Rusty, send away the Gloves and get our launch, activate the Gloves or the Cloak, and then we can activate the Gloves, as we'll then be able to use the effect of Fog Blade to get back the Cloak, special summon out the Greaves, then we can use the effect of Solare in order to increase our guys to level 4, then we can go into Rebellion, use the effect of the Scythe in order to get the Requiem, bring back the Gloves, then we can go into our Exceed Requiem. Now we can use the effect of Umbrage Veil, get access into the Shamanite Shamanknight. Shamanite will then get us the wings back, as we can also get another body off of the Shamanite by detaching all our cards, and that's another cool thing about it, just being able to detach everything and give us that Dark Exceed so that we can rank up with launch. But we're now going to use the effect of launch. This shows that we can go into our Carmail, then we have the wings to bring back our Gloves, trigger the Torn Scales in the graveyard, then use the Umbrage Veil, get access into Shamanite Shamanknight will get back a trap. You also have the Rusty Pop, Requiem, and this is another thing that if you get super polyed on your Shamanite before going into this, alongside your Requiem, you still have IPSP. You have the potential for pop here with Rusty. It's just not true that you lose to a super poly. Now, this next combo features a second iteration of the Decayed Cloak combo, and I'm showing this because depending on the format, it may be better to go into Scythe if Nib is popular, but we're going to special summon out the Solare, use its effect in order to get the Umbrage Veil, then we'll special summon out the Umbrage Veil, go into our Keru, use the effect of Keru, send away the Torn Scales, as we'll then be able to use the Gloves in order to get our Fog Blade, special summon back out the Torn Scales, use the Torn Scales, pitch the Fog Blade, then we can bring back the copy of Doomsalary, send away the Cloak, go into our Shamanknight, get back our Fog Blade, use the effect of Shamanite in order to get back boots, then we can go into our Rusty, then use the effect of Rusty for the launch and the Gloves, activate the Cloak so that we can get our Greaves, activate the Gloves so that we can send away the wings, activate wings to bring back boots, then we can special summon out Greaves with its effect, and we can use the Solare, increase the levels to 4, then go into our Rebellion, use the effect of Scythe, get our Requiem, activate the Requiem in order to bring back our Gloves. Now we can go into our Exceed Requiem, then we can link away into IPSP, then we can go on to our opponent's turn, and then we can activate the launch. This will give us the ability to go into Ophion or Carmail. We also have the Fog Blade in the graveyard to bring back the Gloves. gloves, and then we can also bring back the Torn Scales off of its effect. Exceed Summon with the Umbrage Veil on our opponent's turn. We'll get the Shamanite effects alongside the effect of the Rusty for the pop. Now this next combo features Torn Scales alongside any discard. We're going to start here by normal summoning the Torn Scales, pitch followed by, then we can activate the Cloak in order to get our boots, special summon the boots, go into our Keru. Again, better to go into Keru here because we have ammo in the graveyard, but we're now going to send away the wings off of the gloves. Then we can bring back boots, as we can also bring back the Torn Scales off its effect, go into Scythe, special summon out our Decayed Cloak, activate the Decayed Cloak so that we can get our Greaves, go into Rusty, then we can use the effect of Rusty, send away Solaray alongside set the Umbrage Veil, special summon out Umbrage Veil, we can special summon out Greaves, activate the Doom Solaray, make them level 4, go into our Requiem, for our Rebellion, then we can activate the Scythe so that we can get the Requiem, then we can bring back Gloves, go into our Exceed Requiem, effect of the Cloak in order to use the Scythe as material, which is important to note. With the Decayed Cloak, you can target a level 3 or rank 3 monster, and then have it used as Exceed material, so you can use your rank 3s in order to make an Exceed monster like we did here. We're going to use the effect of Shamanite Shamanknight, get back the wings, then we can use the effect of Shamanite Gloves, then we can use the effect of Gloves in order to make the Rusty 2900, the effect of Boots in order to get our launch. Now this next combo features the Phantom Knight's Wing or the Fog Blade alongside Torn Scales, and we're going to start here by normal summoning the Torn Scales, use its effect, sending away Cloak after discarding the wings, then we can use the Cloak in order to get our boots, go into Keru, as we'll then send away the Decayed Cloak, use the effect of the Wing to bring back the Decayed Cloak, we can use the effect of Torn Scales as well as Decayed Cloak to get the search for the Greaves. Now we can go into Scythe, use the effect of Scythe in order to special summon out the Doom Solaray, use the Doom Solaray, the Umbrage Veil, then we'll go into Rusty, use the effect of Rusty, send away the Gloves, set the launch, we can use the Gloves in order to send away Fogblade, use Fogblade to bring back Cloak, then we can special summon out the Greaves. Here we'll be able to use the Doom Solaray in order to make them level 4 and then go into Rebellion, use the effect of Scythe in order to get Requiem. Now we can activate Requiem, bring back the Gloves, go into our Exceed Requiem, we'll be able to activate the Umbrage Veil, go into our Shamanite Shamanknight, we'll be able to use the effect of Shamanite Shamanknight to get back our Wing, and also get a Rusty pop if you want to here, but we're also going to get back our Ancient Cloak, boost the Rusty, we'll now be able to go into IP, activate the Fogblade, or activate the boots so that we can get the Fogblade. For the penultimate combo, I'll be featuring Tour Guide. I'm personally not playing Tour Guide because of how hard it plays into Charmies, but I understand the feeling of wanting that extra starter. We're going to start here by normal summoning the Tour Guide, special summon another. We'll go into our Scythe, use the effect of Scythe in order to special summon out the Decayed Cloak, use the effect of Cloak in order to get the boots, special summon out the boots, go into Keru, use the effect of Keru, send away the Torn Scales, as we'll now use the boots in order to get our Wing. Now we'll be able to bring back Torn Scales. Keep in mind that could be Fogblade if you want to better play around hand traps, just alternating as we're going to send away the Solaray, use the effect of Solaray, then go into our Rebellion, use the effect of Scythe in order to get our Requiem, then we can activate the Requiem, go into our Exceed Requiem, as well as get back the boots, go into Rusty, use the effect of Rusty, send the Cloak alongside setting the Veil, activate the Cloak so that we can get the Greaves, activate the Umbrage Veil, then special summon out the Stain Greaves. Now we can do monsters to go into our Shamanite Shamanknight, as now we can use the effect of Rusty to pop the copy of the Scythe as well, bring back our Cloak to hand, then we can bring back the Solaray of the Shamanite Shamanknight, use the effect of Solaray so that we can get the rank up, use the effect of Greaves to summon out the Cloak, use the effect of Cloak to boost the Rusty. The final combo, we have Doom Solaray alongside Decayed Cloak. We're going to start here by special summoning out the Decayed Cloak, setting the Umbrage Veil. We'll now be able to activate the Umbrage Veil into our Gossip Shadow so that we're protected from monster hand traps at this point, then be able to get our boots off of the Decayed Cloak, go into our Keru, the effect of Keru, send away the copy of the Torn Scales' cost, the Fogblade off of boots, as we're now going to special summon back out our Torn Scales, use its effect, send away the copy of Fogblade. We'll revive the Cloak off of the Fogblade, sending the Ancient Cloak, and now we can use the Scythe to bring out the Gloves into Rusty, then we can get our launch alongside an extra send, be able to use the effect of Ancient Cloak in order to get the Greaves, use the effect of Wing to get back the copy of Cloak, we'll summon out Stain Greaves, go into our Shamanite Shamanknight in order to get back the Wing, use the effect of Shamanite Shamanknight, get the Cloak, then we can activate the Cloak, target the Rusty, make it 2900, activate the copy of Decayed Cloak in the graveyard, change both their levels to 4 so that we can go into our Rebellion, use the effect of Rusty in order to pop the copy of the Scythe so that we can use the Scythe in order to get back our Decayed Cloak. We can activate the Requiem, get back the Scythe, go into our Exceed Requiem. All of the combos out of the way, we can get onto the deck profile. There has been a lot of misinformation when it comes to this deck specifically. First off, if you watch the combos, you'll see that we can consistently make Carmel or Ophion. Don't need the new rank 4 for it. Secondly, if you're wondering about how the deck does going second, I'll leave 2 replays down in the description. Lastly, you shouldn't listen to those saying that the deck loses to 1 board breaker. Crown and Fallen only account for 1 card. Droplet means that they have to send cards to the graveyard and then get over your board alongside non-engine that you might have, while Super Poly only does so much when you have 2 or 3 additional disruptions if they do out Requiem and your rank up target without accounting for for non-engine or hard-drawn fog blades. Book of Eclipse is likely the best answer to this board, but they'd still have to play around Pop, SP, and whatever non-engine you might have. They also have to discard a card for Super Poly, and chances are that you still have that Rusty Pop plus SP and whatever non-engine you can get into, plus your follow-up in Graveyard. With Shamanite Shamanknight, we also get strong follow-up, and your opponent will need to see one of their better hands in a board breaker format to fully break this, depending on the matchup and format. Deck also has Gossip Shadow for Nib and Droll. Too many people aren't playing it because of the draw it gives their opponent, but it's just wrong. You can make boards oppressive enough to let them replace a hand trap with the draw anyways and win. Make them draw more than one of their outs if anything. Charmies are the bane of any combo deck's existence, so having Ash in the main or side deck is important to fall back on. Rusty is the fallback plan to getting Charmied, as all it takes is 3 darks for double Fog Blade. Not the best, but it is what we have. Now, onto the deck profile, we have the 3 Decayed Cloak, the 3 copies of the Doom Solarade, the 3 Torrent Gales, the 3 Boots, we then have the 3 Impulse, the 1 copy of Wing, the 2 copies of Fogblade, and the 1 copy of Umbrage Veil. Because we have the new Shamanite Shamanknight, we don't have to play Shade Brigadine because we now have a monster that can detach all its materials and make the ranking up process much easier. But then we have the Requiem, Launch, the Ancient Cloak, Stained Greaves, Gloves, we then have the Rhoda, the Foolish, 1 Talent and the 1 Thrust, the Triple Droplet, the 3 Crown, the 1 copy of Called By, the 2 Drolls, Fualos, have the 1 copy of the Rusty, the 1 Keru, the 1 SP. If you want to play the IP, can technically take out one of the Shamanites. I just think that going with 2 right now is a little bit better for that extra follow-up, so I'm choosing to bypass the IP and then just have the SP. And we have the Arc Rebellion, the Requiem, the Rebellion, Vader's Knight, the Carmel, the Ophion, which again, whoever says that you can't make these without the new rank 4, don't know the deck. And we have the 1 copy of Gossip Shadow, the 1 Scythe, copies of Breaksword, and the 2 Shamanites to round out the deck profile. Some of the side deck options, answers to spell and traps, the best ones are the Solemn Accusation and the Eradicator Epidemic Virus. And there's also board wipes like the Lightning Storm and the Harpy's Feather Duster. Ocean Gate is another option for siding that you have here, but then we have the IP. If you want to play this for the extra consistency, you can, but it's just in a Fualos format. I don't think it's smart. Ash Blossoms, which I do think that you have to main or side these, and the Perilia, which should be really strong heading into the next format. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below, and if you could leave a click of those thumbs up and subscribe buttons, it really would mean a whole lot as they go a long way in supporting the channel. It's Bones, signing out.